I'll be fadeaway fucking.
Fadeaway fuck, nigga. Hit that
Y'all
from
buck something.
hit it from behind the arc, nigga.
That 3-point pussy.
Oof, 3-point pussy challenge.
That triangle offense. Hove!
Oof, trying that triangle ovulation situation. We out here. Hello, what up? Hola, konnichiwa.
I let it dangle in your triangle, boo.
Ooh.
Soft.
Ooh, dangle in the triangle. Let's go back to the crib. Open the bedroom door, and then we could triangles. I don't even know what no. Whoa, nigga. Hi, welcome to the Jizzy Just Wait Bake Just Wait Bake channel. Chanel. We about 3:38.
Huh?
Are you waffling?
No, there was smoke. It was, vapor smoke.
Vapor smokes. We about like 330 something, 337 or 38 on subscribers. So thanks to y'all.
Oh, I was like, we are not at that episode. We're at episode 99. It's 1990 episode.
1999. This was the year that Prince said it was all gonna die.
Or I thought we should party like at least.
Yeah, party like it was gonna, because the biggest thing back in the day was the year 2000 was the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard that from 1950 something into 1999.
Yep.
2000 came and we all still lived. It was like, oh, right. So nothing happened.
Yeah, those are the crazy things of like how we were talking about before about like Black Friday of, damn, somebody died over a Tickle Me Elmo. But then also in other situations like that where you're like, yo, somebody killed themselves because they thought the world was going to end. Like,
right.
That's
got to be a story.
People build the underground bunkers and shit like that. And you know what's happening now? Little Matches, by the way, we might do a longer intro later. Who gives a fuck? You know what people are dying over now that you'd be like, holy fuck, now somebody has to go and tell that story. Gender reveals, man. People are getting killed at gender reveals.
That's crazy.
Because they're doing dumb shit because, everybody's trying to figure out a different way to make blue or pink smoke appear.
Right.
Motherfuckers are fucking around and accidentally building bombs because they don't know how to do the shit right. They're actually accidentally fucking running people over in the truck. People are lighting their own fucking cars on fire because let's just pack the tailpipe full of this fucking explosive blue shit, start it up, boom.
It's a boy.
And now you die. Yeah. Like, listen, as far as I would go is, and as you know, respect me because I have the vasectomy. And as far as I would go, if I'm thinking of like, bake the goddamn cake that's either blue or pink. How about we just leave it at that? You know what I mean? And so then you cut the cake. Oh, shit. Cool. You're done.
The cake is
there
cool.
was one, man, they were doing with the balloon. Of course, what happens with balloons? Somebody lets the fucking balloon go. Shit going over the fence. Motherfuckers are jumping, diving over the neighbor's fences, trying to grab it and shit. Yeah, rolling ankles and shit.
Just
and listen,
the one person who knows, just say it at this point.
Nothing hurts worse. They talk about amputation. They talk about pregnancy. They talk about, things of that. You motherfuckers never had a rolled ankle. That's all I'm saying. Because a rolled ankle will do it. All right?
It'll get you in a place you don't want to be.
A rolled ankle every time.
So, yeah, nigga, this is 99.
Episode 1990.
This is the year before the year, nigga, 99. Before that, it's 99. That's the year before the ciento. That's cien is, I think, 100 in Spanish.
It's the last of the double digits.
You know what I mean? Last of the double digits for you niggas, and we in here winning, man. This is watermelon versus pumpkin, man. Watermelon versus pumpkin. There's a VS. There's a pumpkin. There's a watermelon. It's Gourd Wars. Gourd Wars.
Gourd Wars. Listen, splice the seed. That's all we're saying.
Splice it and put some rice in that bitch, too, with some pineapples. We're going Hawaiian on them. We're going to go Hawaiian on these niggas.
If you're listening to the audio version, we appreciate that. We're also available on YouTube if you want to look at our beautiful faces. If you want to be like, when the fuck is he shaving his head again? Listen, I've planned for like the past 3.5 fucking weeks, and every time it just doesn't happen, man.
Yeah,
because when your hair starts growing in, when you're a bald man, you start to realize how fucking old you really are. You start seeing the gray hairs around the corner, you're like, oh my God, what would a full head of it look like? I don't know. I can't grow it anymore, so I won't find out. But still,
it's a pepper patch, nigga. You just gotta embrace your pepper patch, nigga.
It's interesting to think that I could grow a skullet if I wanted to, but no one man should have all that power. Is all I'm saying. Okay, I don't really.
No,
I'm gonna leave some pussy for the rest of y'all.
Listen, I mean that is like greatness on its own. Like that shit's a cape of truth, man. Like there's no way you can have what did you call it again?
A skullet.
A skullet. Woo. Those are out there. Like some of the best villains in some movies I could think of had a skull.
If there was if Giant still existed, one of them would look down upon me, grab me, and think I'm a horseshoe and try to throw me, to the other end of the yard.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Let me grab this horseshoe. Oh man, I'm thinking of what's the one with I think the bad guy in that Last Action Hero with Arnold. I think he had the skullet. Came down draping upon his soul. You know what I mean?
Come through draping on its skullet.
I mean, oh God, so 99, man.
Episode 1999.
I'm young pastry man. Past that ride, man. You see the hat, you see the game, you see the nigga put on 40 pounds since he been baking. It's real out here, nigga.
Sometimes you got to.
You know what I mean? But that's okay. I'm just domesticated eating pussy and shit. I don't know.
Domesticated on that cat.
Cat fur. I just put every day. Nigga, just you niggas don't know.
And I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress, spelled correctly, LILMATTRESS. Hit us up. Like we said, man, watermelonversuspumpkin.com, watermelon vs pumpkin. Go on the Instagram, watermelon versus pumpkin. Go on Facebook, watermelon versus pumpkin, or the Just Bake channel as well. We are out here. We are in here. Swimwear, gym gear, anything you need.
And apparel wear. Go get that motherfucker.
Speaking of gym gear, gbiclothing.com. There's hats, there's hoodies, there's T-shirts. If you want to support us, this is the best way to support us. gbiclothing.com.
Get the socks for Christmas, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Christmas is coming up. Speaking of Christmas, use code watermelon to get 10% off your entire purchase. That's not off one item. That's off the entire purchase.
Not per purchase. No.
You know, we ship worldwide. So hit us up, man. gbiclothing.com. If you're watching or if you're listening, wherever you are on whatever device, click down below. We got other deals and shit like that to try to support. But the best support there could be is like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Be like, they're black, they're white.
They talk. They
Let's
do
talk
things.
the whole
They
thing
say
off.
stuff. You know what I mean? I giggle. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's really they're motherfucking. I would love to see if somebody's motherfucking in the car. Right? Fuck that guy. Like, you know, if you're in agreement and you want to say fuck it with us, then please let us know.
Hell yeah. Hit up the hotline, 203-594-6977. Call or text if you want to join the conversation. If you want to ask us a question that we can answer next time. If you want to bring up a topic that we should talk about, let us know. Other than that, episode 99, last of the double. I can't believe it.
1999, a nigga was 19 on his hand.
99, I was 16. Yeah.
99 was a good year. It was going on. I think I don't think the world ended. No, it didn't. No, I was doing a lot of dumb shit. 19, I left college at 18 because I didn't have enough money, and then I just fucking I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take a year off. Listen, people. Anytime the niggas say you're gonna take a year off, it usually never happens that way.
No.
Whenever somebody says, I'm just going to take a year off, we'll get right back into it. No, you're better off getting right back into it right away because waiting a year and then, if you're not that person and you're just going to do other shit. Like me, I just started hanging out, smoking and doing stupid shit and just said, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to work. I'm going to be a worker like my parents were.
Working and twerking.
Working and twerking and pick up a microphone from time to time, nigga. Dropping the dime on these niggas and choking baby mamas or whatever. You niggas get it. You niggas get it. But, it's been a good smooth one, man. October flew by quick. We are now in November.
We're mid-November.
Mid-November. Veterans Day was yesterday. So, shout out to all the vets out there that served this country that we love and hate and love to hate and hate to love. It's that country. We're in here. And thanks for you niggas that go out there and put your dick on the line for us, man. In your box, because ladies is there too.
Yeah.
Ladies is there too. They out there putting their boxes. Shout out to my girl Tegan Bedard, Sergeant Bedard. She out there right now in Afghanistan, man, serving the country. She's a good friend of mine, man. And I hope she's all right. You know what I mean? Come back home, bring some of that foot bread with a nigga.
Shout out.
Yeah, they eat foot bread out there. It's weird. It's a thing. Them niggas eat foot bread. She told me in Afghanistan that niggas actually make it with their feet. That's why it's called that. Like
Whoa.
they wash the puppies and they knead the dough with the toes, nigga.
Wow. Not for me.
Yeah, right. I was like, she's like, no, it's fucking delicious. Like, I don't know. I'm not a germaphobe, but that's still like, them niggas got like open toe sandals.
Yeah, like there's got to be a different way that it can be made.
Right. It's like, I don't believe the sanitary. I seen some of them niggas' toes on TV from afar. DMX see it from afar. I see it from afar too. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want them little sand kickers mushing out my bread, man. I'm upset. You know what I mean? But yeah, so besides no school, what else? I mean, are there like parades on Veterans Day? I don't even know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you're just supposed to find a vet and just say thank you to him.
Yep.
Is that what you do?
Well, I see a lot of out there is the on Veterans Day, veterans seem that they can take advantage of a lot of free stuff. Like a lot of people offer them free meals,
donuts, free shit. Yeah. And then you get the guys that are fake military, like the guy that holds the sign up, military vet need change. And then the real vet comes and wants to fuck him up because it's very unsoldier-like to do shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, nigga, we
Stolen
soldiers.
valor.
We don't fucking do that. You die for the cause. Like, I'm gonna die if I don't eat. But half of them bullshitting though. Half of them is all bullshit, you know, because you go right into the VA hospital and they, you know, it's not as great of a care, but they still take care of you though. You're a vet, you walk up in there and tell them you're hungry, they're gonna give you some shit. You know what I mean? Yes, I never knew if there was never really. I mean, all the days of school we had off growing up with Veterans Day, and I think about it, it's like we never did anything to celebrate this shit, really.
No.
As far as that, I mean, shit, I don't remember doing anything for Rosh Hashanah. You know what I mean?
No.
Yom Kippur, I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do besides stay home from school. You know, but yet Kwanzaa, we still go to school. Maybe. I don't know. See what happened right there? See what I just did? I put a racial spin on that. See what I just did? Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Watermelon versus pumpkin.
Listen.
It is racial.
It's time to get racial, not racial.
Speaking of racial, a lot of people have feelings on Popeyes. Me, myself, I
chicken from Popeyes.
tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich this weekend. I tried both of them. I got the spicy and I got the original.
Okay. I never did the original. All spicy.
I did the thing where, you know, obviously you could not get away from the reviews of it, but I had it and I felt like it was good. You know, I would not stab anyone for this chicken sandwich. I saw people crashing their cars. I saw people breaking into restaurants. I would not do this for these chicken sandwiches. I don't think that they are like that. But then also, I heard that there's some rumors going around. There's hearsay. There's scuttlebutt happening. Well, I heard, hey man, if you missed the first round, that's what that was the one.
That was
you know
my
what I mean?
approach because I had both rounds, so I can chime in on that part, man. Of the two, but I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. You want to give you how you thought?
No, I'm with it.
It was just 2 thumbs down.
No. It was good.
Good. It wasn't to the hype.
Like I said, after eating it, I was like, no, I could never stab somebody for this $4 sandwich. First off, $4 was too much. Like $8 for 2 of those, it was definitely too much. But
yeah. But then you got other chicken sandwiches like at $7 at McDonald's, right?
I don't know. I've never bought a $7 chicken sandwich.
No, yeah, I could have sworn that.
No, it might be available. It definitely could be.
Yeah,
I just never.
I don't eat it. I try not to eat it as much, man. If I do, it's Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
Four.
Yep.
But no, I actually did have both rounds, and I am a one believer of that. I felt it to be great. So I was part of the flow of like this shit is hitting. First round was hitting. Second round, I did like it, but I didn't love it as much as the first round. And I think it took them so long because they had to adjust some things. I think they weren't ready. I think they might have made the pieces too big the first time because I remember my first chicken sandwich compared to the second one, the meat was a lot bigger. It was fucking like, holy shit, man. I look at the picture of that first one I had, like, yeah, I get it. Second round I had it. It was, you know, my lady had it. She was a little underwhelmed. Like,
yeah, by no means do I think it was bad. I don't want to misspeak and put that out there. It's not a bad sandwich. It just, when you hear about people dying,
literally,
you know what I mean? When you hear about literally people getting stabbed because of this sandwich, when you hear about people buying out all of the sandwiches that there are and trying to resell them on the corner, like this shit is really crack.
The resale game was on and popping in the first round?
Yeah.
Wow.
People were buying out the stores and fucking standing in front and trying to sell them for $20 a pop.
Wow.
And some people were buying them, so.
That's crazy. You know what it is, though? I think it's not this. It's you could tell it changed because this second round they pushed it out at the beginning of November. It's not really talked about it like that anymore.
Yeah,
nobody's really bumping the gums like that. Like if it was as great as it was the first time, the second round should be even more crazier.
See, that's the thing. In my opinion, people aren't talking about now how good it is. People are talking about what people are doing to get the sandwich.
Right.
And the first time it was like, oh my God, it's so good. And now it just seems more of like the spectacle of what's going on because of the sandwich, which still at the end of the night boils down to that they're only doing that because they enjoy the sandwich that much.
Right.
But still, it was, I don't know.
You just didn't get what they got. So I don't get it. I got it, but I don't get it as much as you get it.
Because even like I was saying, I heard same shit how you were saying where it's a big fucking sandwich.
Right.
I did not get a big fucking sandwich.
Got you.
So that was like off the bat, that was interesting. And I was like, man, something. I didn't feel like I got the experience that other people did, you know?
Right.
So
he was cheated, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga was cheated.
The white man was cheated once again. And the white man being treated unfairly.
And this man is a Popeye's Coat classic follower, man. You understand? Like a whole song came out, man. Listen, there's a peril around here, man.
Yeah.
Shit is real, man. So
I have a Popeye's watch.
Right, if anybody wants to support Popeyes more than anybody, it's this nigga right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think they had to redo it. It took so long. It's like, well, you put it out. Why were we waiting 2 months for it to come out?
Yeah.
You know, even 3 months. You know, what was, you know, it didn't really make sense. Why so long?
That's
agree. Because they had to switch it up because they weren't, I think they just gave it as a promo, like, oh, we'll just throw this out there. Like, oh, wait, we're on to something. Like, hello, you niggas make chicken. You should have been had a chicken sandwich. You know what I mean?
I know, and that's the other thing too, where it's, I mean, how can there be a shortage? Like you said, you make chicken, so you're already buying chicken from somewhere. You already get to.
How many slaughterhouses do they own? Like they have to. Popeyes got to have how many fucking slaughterhouses? You can't get any more fucking chicken, bro.
I feel you, and I think that they were giving away something too good, and we're like, we can't sustain this.
Right.
So now
Just
it's
drop it down, peg them down real quick.
Catch your eagle on.
We're gonna peg these niggas down for a hot second. Let them know it's not what you thought it was. Unlike Dennis Green, who was the head coach for the Arizona Cardinals going back almost 10 years when he fucking got angry. He slapped the microphone. They are who they thought they were. You want to give them the crown, give them the crown. We let them off the hook. It's like, yeah, this nigga's emotional, boy.
You thought it was, but it wasn't.
Right. They are who we thought they were. For Popeyes, what he's saying, to boil it all up, you didn't lose a follower. You just disappointed one in the product that everybody told. Well, everybody else disappointed it to the point where the hype superseded what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the hype made it so exciting, and then you just get there like, you know, when everybody's talking about how bad, yo, that bitch is bad. You gotta see this chick. You know, when you're back then, like, you gotta see this girl. You gotta see this girl.
I remember when I was a freshman in high school. That's when Britney Spears came out, and I remember
there was a Britney classic following.
Somebody was fucking like, "Dude, you see this girl?" Blah blah blah. And I remember then I was at the CD store and I saw her CD, and I was like, you know, by no means is she ugly,
right?
You know, but
she didn't do it.
When you hear the like, yo, and you're like,
yo, she's the best thing ever. It's like, well, if you really look, her forehead's kind of big.
And for me, like, and then I saw the music video, and like, the schoolgirl outfit never did anything for me. It was always one of those.
That's for the old perverted dads.
Yeah, that's weird shit to me.
Oh, you want to sit on daddy's lap with that little school? Like when you got to think when people get into that role playing and they, you know, it's all fun. Hey, you do what you do. I like a little fun and excitement with my lady and all that good shit. But when you get into, I always think that subconsciously there's something there. When somebody gets into role playing and they're really into like the little schoolgirl look, like I don't know, there's something with that to me. You know what I mean? Like this, you know, I don't know if it's like, oh no, but when you're role playing and you're like, okay, pretend I'm the dad, and you're like, you know, the babysitter or something, like that shit is creepy. You know what I mean? Like you're borderline just trying to find a way to fulfill your fix of wanting to be with a younger person. So it's like, I'm not really a pedophile. She's older. I just want her to look younger. You know what I mean? But like, no, you still have that. If the shit was legal, if the shit wasn't illegal, motherfuckers, there'd be a lot more people doing it. They have that kind of mentality. You know
R. Kelly still had the best answer ever when, I don't know the exact answer that it was word for word, but I remember when they were talking about like, they were asking him, Torre, the dude interviewed him one time, was asking, he's like, so are you attracted to younger girls? And R. Kelly was like, how young are we talking? And it was like, like he only
like,
underhand lobbed this shit to you for you to have one answer. And it was 2 letters. And all you had to say was, no.
How young we talking? No.
Well,
he said he's had to like, well, if you're talking 3 years younger than me, isn't that younger girl?
Because you know people get weird with that shit too. Like, well, what state? Because some states it's 16, some states it's like. Dude, I remember,
but he knew what he was talking about. He tried to say, well, like, what do you didn't really weren't specific. You know what the fuck he meant, R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Are you into young girls or not, man? You know what this shit's about.
Dude, I remember there was in my early 20s, be like 21, 22. There was always a couple of cats that would date a fucking 16-year-old, and always because it would always be them with the whole like, no, dude, in the state of Connecticut, it's like, bro,
if you gotta
chill
do all
the
that,
fuck
then you're
out.
doing too much.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're picking her up from fucking high school right now, bro. And
Yeah.
you're 22, well out of high school, 4 years now, and you're going to high school to pick a girl up. Are you gonna go home and meet her parents too? I
Yo,
don't like that.
if you have to check the law,
Right? You shouldn't be doing it.
if you have to check the law to make sure it's okay,
it's a no. Don't do it.
Yeah. Go ahead
There's
and
some
cut
fucking
that off.
disgusting people there, man. Hey, some of it's got to be some kind of like you said. I think you put it before as far as like some kind of mental disability. Like, I don't like to see I don't like to do that sometimes because then it's like some people just like, yeah, that's it, crutch, give it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just kind of run with that as a crutch. But then some of it's like you said, where do you just come up with like, hey, I'm going to grab that little boy by his ass today and it's going to feel great. You know what I mean? Like somewhere, unless they were already done to them and they're repeating, that comes from some kind of weird sickness of.
It's in there already.
It's not natural.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? It's not a natural thing to like, in their eyes, they're probably like, well, it is though.
That's why I think it goes, and that's the wild shit too, where I feel bad for anyone that's like inflicted with that. Because I feel like it's the same thing with how churches used to try to cure gay people. Where you're like, bro,
no cure.
It's
he's gonna walk away and still like penis.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how this
Exactly.
works. You're not gonna change him by throwing a couple scriptures at him, man. It's a couple psalms ain't gonna change that man's preference. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't go from liking oranges to, well, I mean, if you show me an apple, I might change. I think I've been having apples all my life. This orange tastes good. But, niggas is niggas of all kinds. I think it's been said before.
it's been written on a cave wall in Egypt.
It's been scripted on scrolls, nigga. It just, oh my God. I tell you who's scripted right now. As you put it to me, I did not see the speech, but you kind of broke it down to me about Kev Hart. Oh, Kev had his big accident, I think about a month or so ago.
Probably more than that.
More than
time
that.
is.
Yeah, it's flying. Yeah, it's a couple months. I felt like it was yesterday. Probably 2-3 months ago. He had a real bad accident though. You seen the pictures, man. It's like, yeah, he should have been dead. He was in a convertible, I think, too, and the fucking.
Yeah.
That car flipped, man.
I think it was one of those like flying out probably saved his life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because if he was trapped in there, you seen that car, man. The way they had to cut that shit open with the jaws of life. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to live through that. So I get that. Kind of, it can be an emotional thing, It's a near-death experience. But like you were saying, I didn't see it, but how you described it to me is like he kind of pitched it in a way where it was like felt scripted. Like you said, it was like a PR move almost. Like, I have to tell you guys this so you can weep for me. Weep for me because you love Kevin. Right on.
Well, and even like you said, it was, of course, I don't know how long the accident was, but it wasn't that long to come out with the documentary about your recovery. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was.
He's got to go through the healing process and do all that and fight and get back. And after he's back and he's making progress and doing it, and he'll be like, let me give you that documentary now of what I went through to get to where I'm at now. You know what I mean? It's like he's forcing it out quick.
Because it would seem to be like
that.
if dude couldn't walk for 6 months.
Right.
And then, but it was like this whole thing like started and ended in
right.
However long it was.
It just speedy recovery.
Yeah,
it was only a couple months. Like people that get real fucked up injuries, like if this guy had to work almost a year to get right, that's some shit that you do a documentary on. Like,
and I'm sure like he got, he was injured. Obviously nothing good happened, but it just, I don't know, man. I wrestle with like, I'm trying not to be too cynical, but it just, like I watched the speech that he did when he got some award at the People's Choice Award, and it's his first appearance back, and everything is just perfectly, like he did. Every single person's mom would be like, oh, I'm so happy that he's back.
Right.
It was just, hey man, I just want to like Robert Downey Jr. gave him the award, and he was like, man, Robert, thank you so much, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I never told you that, but thank you, man. I'm a big fan of yours, man. I just want to first give all glory to God, and I want to like, and it was there was that, and then he just kept getting at the. Man, be thankful for everyday life because, you're not promised tomorrow. And, man, thank you for this award. Believe me, I don't take any of these awards for granted. It was so just like.
I don't mean to laugh, but I don't mean to laugh because Kev's probably a very emotional guy. I don't know him personally, so he might just be an emotional ass nigga.
Yeah.
But I just go back. It just reminds me of the. I forgot who it was. We did a show one time. You never know.
Yep.
It was like that guy that night at a show we did. It was another artist, and he was kind of seeking attention that night. So he had a spill, I guess, of that and that magnitude of like, you love people, you never know. Like he probably went through somebody died close to him. I'm sure. You know, who knows how long it was. But man, to just open up on stage and just start wailing to niggas like, maybe you should perform tonight. You are not in the right mental state to be around people in this manner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should probably go back to the drawing board, relax a little bit, reboot, nigga, come back at it. You know?
Reboot it.
So,
But yeah, no, it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to shit on the dude for getting injured, but it was just so... It was so PR and put together and like, oh yes, that was exactly what he was supposed to say of, I've learned my lesson. Everything is fine. Like it's
every day is important.
Exactly.
Look to the person left of you. Look to the person right. Kiss them.
Yo, you never know when it could be your last day.
Right.
Oh my God, this man is telling the truth. Because you know, Junior, you don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
I mean, it's not as moving as you see like a fucking, you know, Christopher Reeves, man, like fucking, hello, Superman is fucking can't even move. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking, to me, like, holy shit, man.
Yep.
This guy was the childhood hero of being Superman, the unstoppable Superman. He fucking falls off a horse and now he's fucking stuck for the rest of his life with not paraplegic, can't even move at all. I was just like, that nigga made me cry.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for Kev, but I know he's alive and he's fighting. He's going to be okay. He's fighting through recovery. He didn't have, like, you know, severe, like his legs, he broke both his legs, and now he's going to be in a cast and learning how to walk again. For, you know, they did that with this one. You see how they tried to do that? Like, he's learning how to walk again.
Yeah.
But he's not.
It was like, what? He found out how to walk in fucking 2 weeks? It was just.
That learning how to walk again. When you hear that story and somebody says they're learning how to walk again, that usually leads up to like, it's been about 8 months of recovery to learn how to walk again.
And he can walk with his right leg, but he needs a cane for his left still. Bro, when Kevin Hart came out and listen, maybe he got back behind the curtain and collapsed after he was done. But that motherfucker came out skipping to the...
All right, I'm alive, I'm good, I'm bounced. He got bounced to a step.
It's the wave and then the hand make it into a fist, the clasp. Like, I feel you. I have your energy. Thank you so much. Like,
he's catching the love. But Kev being down with the Zodiac, because I'm a Zodiac guy, him being part of us cancer niggas, we are some emotional niggas. So maybe he's just really an emotional nigga. It could be that mixed with a little bit of staged, you know, presence and
like I said, everyone's different. I'm not trying to shit on him, but it was just it was too perfect. There was literally no wasted words. It was so dialed in of like
I just wonder when niggas do that. Does he practice in the mirror at home? I just want to thank you. Work for the tears. Work for the tears.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I don't know. Cry on command. That's the new shit. Cry on command, nigga. Niggas about that cook life, nigga. That cry.
Yo, can you cock?
You cock, cuz? Cry on command. Can you niggas cock around me? I don't think so.
AB is probably working on crying on command.
Oh God, he's just somebody should command him to stop crying. I just fucking need to happen with his ass. Antonio Brown, for y'all don't know, probably the best wide receiver that was in the league. I say was because no longer. Been through a whole bunch of. He's a social media whore. He loves it. Being in the light, he wants to be the guy. He takes away from the team when he does. I think I was listening to somebody earlier today. I forgot who was saying it, and they were talking about that. It's like it was. I forgot the comedian guy is. You ever see you seen Soul Plane? We've talked about this.
Yep.
The Gay Man, the guy who played Gay Man. Oh, everyone be break. He was the co-pilot, but he had.
The co-pilot. Okay, yeah.
The African dude. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, he was there talking about it. He was like, he said, for guys like that, he said, what they don't understand is like, yeah, they want to be in the limelight, the divas and this and that, but at the end of the day, like, football is a fucking team sport, man. And when you kind of do that, you take away from the team. You're just making it about you, and you're taking away. It all becomes about you. That shit gets tiresome in the locker room.
Yep.
The fucking guys get tired of that shit, man. It's like, yo, man, we're trying to build to win a championship. Then it's the fucking AB show. Every time I turn around, you're crying about not like because the receivers are the biggest divas in football.
Oh yeah.
They cry when they don't get the ball, and they cry if they get hit too hard. They cry at this and that. You know what I mean? Cry if the quarterback don't put it right in their hands. It's like, you niggas is babies, bro. You niggas get all the glory for touchdowns, man. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck is you crying about? But so AB going on his little rant of. He's a Twitter guy, so he loves Twitter. I guess he tweeted that that it's a systematic thing with the NFL, and they just want to use him for his talents and spit him out, and they can't do him like that. Fuck the NFL. You know, I don't want nothing to do with them. We're done. You know, my relationship is done. Fuck them. I got nothing to do with them. He deletes that tweet, and maybe, minutes later, deletes that, and then moments later after that comes back with another tweet. Hey, listen, I'm just really emotional right now. And it's like, I'm going to
damn, my bad, baby.
Right, I want to sit down with the NFL. Like, what do you want? And that's the thing that they're saying is like, bro, you're doing this to yourself. Like, it doesn't make sense what's going on because what he's doing is he's taking everything out on the NFL that has nothing to do with them.
Yep.
Like, the Patriots got rid of you because you got some allegations going on, and they don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
And then if you would have probably just shut the fuck up and let the allegations go through as you're on the team, they would have let that rock. Because obviously when it first came to light, they didn't say shit. They left you there.
Yeah.
It's when you started doing the texting and reaching out to the person that's accusing you of something, and it hits the media. All right, you're a fucking loose cannon, man.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
Right, I don't want to.
Even right off the bat, like his first fucking day there, he's doing an entire fucking Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter, whatever the fuck video with Tom Brady in his fucking gym. And you could tell when Tom walks by that he's just kind of like, you could see it, man. Like he puts on a nice face, but you can kind of tell where it's like, the fuck are you doing?
Right, it's not that kind of atmosphere, man. Like New England, they don't do that. They don't have a lot of. If you think about it, they never really had a lot of guys that were like social media guys. The ones that were, they got there and they were quiet. Ocho Cinco went there. Chad Johnson, when he got there,
chilled out.
Shut the fuck up. Randy Moss, another big mouth, got there. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's an environment. They create a certain environment. It's like, no, we don't play for that. You want to be part of this winning organization, this is what you got to do. And if you want to be part of the winning organization, you do the shit. You know what I mean?
And you know what, to be honest, I don't want to see what happens behind the scenes because when we do, you see Tom Brady kissing his kid on the mouth for like 10 seconds in a row. And you're like,
you look like your mother.
This is the best fucking quarterback of all time, probably. And, he kisses his kids on the mouth for too long. So I don't want to watch the behind the scenes footage. You know what I mean? Like
Daddy got sacked today. Give me some. Daddy, that was your tongue. Ew.
No, there was, because it was a weird fucking scene where his kid kissed him and like, it was something like that wasn't long enough. It was a real weird fucking...
Like, Tom gave that face?
No, he said it out loud. It was a fucking thing.
Oh, my God.
They did something at his house.
That wasn't long enough. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
At Tom's house. It was like a little documentary thing. That's funny.
Yeah, and he said like his kid didn't kiss him on the mouth long enough. You're like, man, different households do different shit. But
I thought a peck was good to go.
That was too, yeah.
Okay, Dad. All right. You get to the age, Dad, you start getting forehead and cheek, nigga. Yeah. As soon as he comes, give me a kiss. Start fucking bowing to the God.
Head button.
Take that forehead. You ain't going to touch me with them lips.
But no, man, it is fun to watch AB go through because now he's in a wild position because his character is I'm flashy, I'm better than everybody else. But he's the dude that talks all the shit and then gets punched in the face. That's who he is. And then turns that into, but y'all are hating on me. Right. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting position that he's in now because to get anywhere, he would have to humble himself. Right. But that's not his character. Nope. And the people that like him love that character. Right. You know what I mean?
So that character's not going to be in the league anymore with that character. You know what I mean? Yep. Nobody wants to fuck with it, man. But they will because of his talent. There's always going to be a team because of how talented he is and how good he is and how hard he works, like for the actual sport. Somebody's going to want to fuck with him. Somebody's going to want the edge to win. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm surprised that Cleveland doesn't take him because of what they were supposed to be this year. They were supposed to be something else.
They don't got enough money. They don't got money for him. He needs somebody that got bread. They're paying all those guys money. Man.
Hey,
they got nothing.
When it comes down to, but right now he's got nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
he's not going to settle.
Bro, but that's the thing is I think to get back in the league, he would have to settle for something because he's starting to realize as you see him more lashing out, he's starting to realize that his star is fading and people don't give a fuck about it.
He's not becoming relevant anymore. It's like, damn. So what he still does, he still tries to go out to these schools. He's trying to keep the youth involved.
Oh, yeah.
He goes out, he goes to the schools, he works out with this one. He puts his videos of him working out. I'm ready, I'm ready. Ready for what, AB? They know you for football.
Yeah.
Right now, the league that you were fucking with ain't fucking with you. People know you for football. After that goes away, you're just the guy that used to play football. You know what I mean? It's like you're not gonna have the fans are gonna just love you a little bit. It's gonna go away, man.
Yeah.
The more relevant you are is the more you're playing and the more you're putting up numbers and the more they love you. They love you from the sport, man. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta know your fame and everything that you have in your life and got you there was from that sport, from that league. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. You're like, oh, systematically they're doing this and this and that. I get it when it comes to like certain things that are probably happening behind scenes that I don't know about, and like owners and treating people a certain way. I could almost guarantee that's probably going on. I don't know.
Yep.
But when you're a millionaire now for your talents and working your ass off to make those millions and what you love to do, it's a fair trade-off, man. You're gonna work for somebody that got more money than you. You know what I mean? It's like you're working for them. They got more money than you. So it's a league. It's an organization. And you either get down or lay down, nigga. You know?
No, man, I think he's if he wants to come back, he's gonna have to pretty much grovel and accept it. And if not, hey, maybe he'll get a big check from the XFL or some shit like that. But because that's the other thing,
you know what I mean?
Other thing that people don't understand is the season's almost over. Like we're in week 12, 13,
right.
like
12. Actually, it's going into 11 or 12.
Going into 11?
11 or 12. Yep. I think
but
it's 11,
like.
Yeah.
The season's almost over. So because I was reading a story about how the dude that owns the Patriots wants Gronk to come back, and he has till like November 20th or something like that.
Still like never signed his official papers. To resign. So it's still that window. We need
to come back for the playoffs, and but that's the thing to where, now they're getting down to it. Yeah, he lost weight, man.
It's like he's not gonna be the same guy. Man.
No, and once he lost all that weight. Bro, you're not gonna want to get tackled. You're not gonna want to get hit.
He's gonna feel it. He's gonna get hurt. Is it because he was a big fucking dude, man? Mm-hmm. And now you look at him, he's still tall, big, but he's like slim the fuck up. Man.
Yeah,
no more steroids.
Honestly, he looks more like a basketball player now than a football player.
That's true. Oh yeah, he might dunk on a nigga, but that's about it. But nah, Antonio Brown. I think he met with them yesterday. I didn't get any reports on it, or yesterday or today.
The NFL or the Patriots?
With the NFL.
With the NFL.
Yes, meet with the NFL, right? Because they're the ones that are basically, you know, we're not fucking with you, AB. You got to get your shit figured out.
Yeah.
You know, now he wants to sit with him because, like, he knows that the only way to kind of, he's running around saying, fuck the NFL, fuck the NFL, fuck the NFL. Like, but if I do want to get back and make money,
yeah.
I got to apologize.
That's why I feel like that duality of his character is going back and forth. Damn, my character would say fuck the NFL and they're going to rehire me. But me as a man, I got to humble myself and I want that actual job. So that's why I think you see the bipolar fucking fuck the NFL. Damn, my bad.
It turns into that stupid. And it's like, out of all people, out of all things, it's like, just stop it, AB. Stop making it a race thing because, you know, certain guys just run with it as a scapegoat. Not to say that shit don't be happening, because it does. And there is legitimate reasons and legitimate things that are going on that could make you see people treating you a certain way because of things. But if you ain't got nothing, man, and that's all you got, like, is that, and everybody else in the black community is kind of like, yeah, nah, AB, that's on you, player.
Of course, I don't know how they, the inner workings happen, but I believe, isn't most of the NFL black?
Yeah, high percentage of the numbers.
I would
Gotta
say
be high 75+ percentile, maybe close to 80%. Easy, you know what I mean? Because I go by the skilled players of what's more dominantly a mix and what's dominantly one way. Like, because your skilled players are dominantly black.
See, the black guys got the high twitch fibers,
right? But like your highly more skilled positions, I don't know, more of difficulty level, I guess. Like your defensive back, like this guy's running at you full speed. You fucking backpedaling and running sideways and backwards, and you think about their movement, the lateral and back, diagonal. Yeah. Like that's a lot to fucking. This guy's running full speed at you, and he's cutting all kinds of crazy ways, and you got to turn your hips and do all this other shit. Mm-hmm. That's gonna take a lot of skill to do that shit, man. Between that and the DBs and wide receivers and running backs, majority black. And then you go like, well, what's your majority white? You're gonna go quarterback.
Yep.
It's changing now a little bit.
Quarterback and there'll be those country fed big ass linemen.
Big linemen, right? You get the big boys up front. And
tight end,
right? You get
speaking of Gronk,
the tight end and your kicker. You got to get the kicker some. I think there's like one black kicker that ever played in the league. Like it's just not a thing. I don't know.
We need to write that song. And the name of this episode is
One Black Kicker Who Played in the League, nigga.
One black kicker.
Yeah, it's just not a thing. But you know what's interesting? They mentioned it because I like to watch Shannon Sharp. It's Skip because you talk with Peter about Shannon Sharp. Yeah. But if you ever listen to Shannon Sharp, he's really witty with the shit he says. He's always coming up with some shit like he kind of talk with it. You got a real country accent, but he come up with some shit. Old Chef Shay say, you know what I mean? And he come up with some shit that an old timer would say from the South. That's pretty good, But he was talking about the whole. What was I getting at before? I didn't know. I lost track. What if I let me get back? Chop it up. Bring
About
it back.
AB with the
It was something along the lines I was talking about where it was with AB and he was talking about we were talking about black and white. So along that lines, he was just talking about like the difference.
See how quickly I forget racism.
Watermelon versus pumpkin. We talk about it, but we forget about it. That's what makes it beautiful. That's what you have to do, people. He was saying that he made a quote that was funny that this year, going into this year, right now, the MVP up to this point, the MVP candidates are the quarterbacks, which are black, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is by default. He down with us yellow dudes, but he in there. Those are your MVP candidates. Not Brady, not Aaron Rodgers, those guys.
Yeah.
And the running back MVP candidate, Christian McCaffrey, the white running back from the fucking Panthers, busting ass this year.
Yeah?
Killing the game. Like, he's going to have probably 1,000 year. 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving.
Whoa.
He's that fucking good, man. Every week he puts up big numbers.
And they can give him the award for the whitest name ever, which is even better, you know?
Right. And shout out to his father, who was a hell of he was a Denver Bronco. He played with John Elway, man. Ed McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah, I remember that name.
Yeah, Ed McCaffrey. That's his pops, man. So this guy was fucking bloodline to fucking
greatness,
you know what I mean? But it's just, the dynamics change, man. See, that's what I mean. It's a beautiful thing. No longer is it like black quarterbacks can't be good quarterbacks because all they want to do is run. You know what I mean? Mind you, Lamar Jackson likes to run a lot, but he's gonna have 1,000. He's gonna have 1,000-yard rushing this year, man. It's dope. Crazy. The stat was that right now, going into week 11, he has 700 rushing yards, and now there's still fucking 6 games left to play.
Whoa!
And that's him for quarterbacks, 700 rushing. The next quarterback under him rushing is the Arizona Cardinals rookie guy. He has 320.
Damn.
He's that much fucking more, running wise.
better.
Yeah, running wise than the other quarterbacks. So it's just the dynamic of the quarterback changes. You know what I mean? It's like, well, why can't you have an all-star fucking white running back? Why not?
Yeah.
McCaffrey he's breaking that mold of like, you know what? Nah, I'm pretty fucking good, man. He's a workhorse too, man. So it's not like the guy's a slouch.
Yep.
But it's all changed, man. You know, it's a good thing to have these things happen.
Things change. I think
black hockey players.
I think an important thing that AB might have to start doing is, you can't believe your own bullshit. That's what it is, man. You can't ever believe that you're as good or as bad as people say you are.
And that's one of the things they had said too, was like, some of the belief is like, man, he don't have enough good people in his corner, man. He doesn't have a good, solid, like, yo, AB, man, what are you doing right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like somebody that...
No, he doesn't have no real friends. You could tell that.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody
or he doesn't listen to him.
Or he don't listen to him. Right. It could be either or, because he could have solid people like, man, I told you how many times. Like, man, fuck that. I'm going to do it my way. Fuck you and everything you're saying. Either that's happening or it's got to be somebody that he looks up to. It's got to be that person he looks up to and admires and respects and appreciates like that to listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be like, listen, man, you doing this shit all wrong, bro. Come on, man.
And it's crazy to think that he's made it that far with that fucking attitude. Right. That just tells you how truly talented this motherfucker is to be able to make it that far with that dumbass fucking entitled attitude.
Right. Anybody else would be less talented. They're out of there.
Yeah.
No team up you like, yeah, you all done. It's a wrap for you.
And then it finally got to the point where it's just like, all right, doesn't matter how good he is. Fuck this guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like we were talking about off mic before. I'm sure the NFL didn't know or the NBA didn't know what the fuck they were going to do when Michael Jordan retired that first time out of nowhere.
Right.
Because of gambling debt, and that's why his dad got killed. Allegedly.
Right. All allegations.
But
the game
there's always somebody else. Right. There's always the next guy. And regardless of how good AB was, like, bro, after this season, if he doesn't come back, he's just going to be forgotten about. Right. You know what I mean? Like, there isn't going to be that fucking, but remember when it was AB? Man, it's just,
it's going to remember the AB controversy.
Things go, man. You're going to,
all that, like you said, all that talented shit, all those big numbers, big games, that was solid what you did for this league. But because of the way this is going down right now, that's how you're going to get remembered, man. They're not going to remember you for playing ball. They're going to remember all that drama AB was doing? All that. If you look at it, you break it down to what he did.
And if that's how it all ends, nobody's going to remember him at all because that shit doesn't matter. So you're not going to even be talking about.
Only your historian buff. The nigga that's all about history.
Only your woulda coulda. You know what I mean?
Like, hey, man, you guys are too young to remember Antonio Brown.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He was a guy, and the kid's like, who? Well, let me tell you all about him. he used to be really great. He just gotta he's gotta like figure his things out personally in life before he tries to pad up again. I think he's not getting. Because if you look at the behavior, like he did all that shit, he made a big thing, threw the team under the bus for the Steelers, made a big bitch about not wanting to be there, and he shitted on the organization time and time again. To the point he forced them to release him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, okay, you're gone. All right, we traded you off to Oakland. That's how we don't want nothing to do with you so much that we traded him for fucking like a third round pick or some shit. Like some that's their way of kind of like, I'm gonna get disrespectful on you to show you ain't worth that much to us. We trading you for a third round pick. You know what I mean? Knowing that his status of quality, as a player is worth a whole hell lot more than that. You know what I mean? Like he's a first rounder kind of like, trade.
It's funny. I wonder if he's called them back and just been like,
hey,
yo, you wanna?
Hey, you guys wanna? But it's like,
yeah, I was just playing. Playing.
You get traded over there, and then you say, "I'm glad to be here. Oakland, I love the fans. We're gonna do great things." And then you come out the gate fucking up your feet because you've been doing this cryotherapy, whatever, for how long? And all of a sudden, you just forgot that you didn't have socks on. You're supposed to have socks, and you got sweaty feet. Come on, bro. Like it feels like it almost seemed like you strategically did that. You do all the skipping practices and shit, skipping all this and that. You're pushing you push the limits of the team. Then you square off on the fucking GM, like, I'm gonna fuck you up, put your dukes up, nigga. Like, what? And then screaming, trade me. And he got traded. Everybody's like, it was great. He got traded to the Patriots. This is what he was. He was smarter than we thought.
He pulled the coup.
Right. He's smarter than we thought. Then his allegations and shit come out, and somebody from Oakland was probably like, yo, I know some shorties that gonna got some dirt on you. I'm about to pay them real quick.
Yep.
Yo, get this motherfucker for playing games. You know what I mean? It's California, Hollywood shit, man.
West Side.
So then, now this is, mind you, he's doing all this after fucking Oakland paid him $30 million fucking dollars was what the deal they were gonna give him. He didn't get it all, but that was the deal. They were paying you $30 million fucking dollars, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't say you're all about the money because you just had it. You can't say you're about the game because you're showing otherwise. So what the fuck are you really about, man?
The Benjamins?
Right. You're all about that. Baby. He's more about his fame, though. I think that's the It's all about his fame and notoriety than actually what he's doing. But you don't get that unless you work.
Like I said, man, he reminds me of the other AB, Adrian Broner. That whole fucking, it's that cocky, you get knocked the fuck out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, they need me. I'm bigger than life. There's certain people that pull it off. You know who's a good example of somebody that like talks shit, but it's like, man, I just love him though, man. It's like, I can never hate him on. You know what I mean? No, Floyd gets annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I respect him, but he's not as witty. You know what I mean? He's like Airhead to me a little bit. Like,
yeah, 50 Cent revealed that shit.
Right,
yeah,
right. Right.
He's undefeated, but he's a stupid motherfucker.
Right, he's a stupid nigga, but
you can't read, but you're undefeated.
Who's like really smart, and he plays it well, and he's cocky, but then he has a way of subtly putting it on you where you don't feel that way. Fucking Deion Sanders, man. Prime time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, he totally capitalized that move, and it's like, you really don't hate him for it. You know what I mean? Like, the nigga was just smooth with the shit. Like, I like this nigga, man, and I probably shouldn't because of how arrogant he is. But he backs it up. The guy's a multi-sport talent, and he always showed up to fucking work, man.
Yeah, man.
He always showed up to fucking work, and he worked his ass off, but he just had fun. And
his 30 for 30 was dope.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
When they were talking, because he was supposed to play, I forget who sat him out, whether it was the football game or the baseball game, but, he was a two-sport athlete, and he was going to play in...
What was it? Yankees, man.
The World Series and NFL game, whatever, in 24 hours, and one of the teams sat him. I forget whether it was the baseball or the football game, but it was an amazing documentary. And he, was in it telling his shit. He was sitting in an airplane hangar, fucking with a chair backwards, and just telling a story. And he was great to hear talk. He's one of those captivating.
You could tell, it's very inspirational how he operates, and he's a humbling guy. He talks his shit, but you could tell like. He's in character, but if you sat down and talked with him, he's not. You know what I mean? He's not. He's more of a down to earth dude. But when that's why I said prime time. That's his name. Nigga. When it's prime time, this is prime. He's giving you his alter ego, nigga. This is prime. You getting. You're not getting Deion Sanders. You know what I mean? This is prime time. It's lights, camera.
Dude, he had a rap song, right?
Yes, he did. Must be the money.
Wow.
Must be the money. Driving me insane. And that was actually kind of a hit. I don't know. It was like
it was all right.
It was popping. It was popping. It's funny because he was on an interview on one of the sneaker shows I watch or whatever. And you ever see that with Trinidad James called Soul Collect? Full Size Run is the name of the show. Well, they bring they bring up people when they talk about sneakers and shit. But they had Prime up there and shit. You know what I mean? And he was like talking. He's like, yeah, you know, they like, and you made the music. Now, these guys are all like in their 20s, you know.
Yeah.
So he's like, he said, yeah, it was a hit too. He's like, go ask your mama. Ask your mama. He said, go ask your mom. She tell you it was a hit. It was like, no, your mom is probably about that age to know it. Yeah, it was. It was definitely one of those.
That is one thing. Like people, romanticize the past, but I wish there were more celebrities fucking making songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
That shit was fun when there was just a crossover of like, yeah, man, I'm gonna just try to make this fucking hit song, and it worked. You know what I mean?
I know, because I mean, Phil was my father, because
biological didn't bother.
Shaq put it together well.
Yeah, Shaq did all right.
And Deion
Eddie
knew his
Murphy,
lane too, though.
And even not just sports guys, but like Eddie Murphy would party all the time. That shit was dope.
That did make a splash.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is with Deion, why I say he was smart enough, because he knew to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? He wasn't like, he just wanted to do it because he could. And it was successful. And he didn't drop 2, 3, 4 albums.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think he only did that once. I don't even think he put an album out. I don't know.
It was probably just a single.
It was just a single, yeah.
But no, I feel you. Like, he didn't pivot into like, oh, well, I can do this now. It was like, oh my God, that worked.
Right. Like, the song was successful. He didn't let it go to his head like, bam, that's the next thing I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's like, no, nigga, he's a football star. You know what I mean? That's where he's at. That's where he lives at.
Shit, Hulk Hogan's got an album. Man,
he really?
When this is over, I'll play you When the Hulkster Gets to Heaven is the illest song ever about one of his fans dying, and how he supported him the whole time. And
is he singing?
We'll meet up again when the Hulkster gets to heaven. Heaven. We'll tag up again. Whoa.
Yo,
the world just lost. Google it yourself.
Was he singing?
Yeah, man.
He got pipes?
No. But
brother.
That's one thing that I've always
That's
dude,
funny.
Studio musicians, you have to respect them so much, because like the women singing in the background, holy shit, are they amazing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like,
the people that prop up, like
and
whoever
like,
was singing.
How come they can't get a solo act?
Whoever was singing on the Milli Vanilli shit.
Right.
Obviously, they're super talented, but just,
I know, like, man? Gina, fucking Tisha Campbell, man. Like, she fucking can sing her ass off.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, remember she was on Little Shop of Horrors. Her and Pam.
Yep.
One that played, was it Tishina Arnold?
Yeah.
They could fucking sing their ass off, man. Like, man, it's like, just that boat wasn't for them. They said it wasn't for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those, like, even sometimes, well, hey, you've been presented to the public like this, so that's all they're ever going to believe in you. Like, even Tom Hanks, he has a son who's a rapper. And
Chet Hayes.
Bro, for as like dumb wigger type rap that he makes, he had a quote that I could not fucking believe, because he was interviewed, because I guess he does some acting as well. And he said, he's like, yeah, of course, I love my father. It's been great having him as my father. There's different things that I can do that other people can't do. Privileges I'm allowed.
Right.
But I cure cancer tomorrow. The headline is Tom Hanks' son cures cancer. And I was like, bro, that has to suck.
That does. It's like none he's ever going to do is going to come in the light of you're always going to be Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah.
So let me go as far left as I can that dad can't touch. I'll be a rapper.
Yeah.
Just didn't work because you're Tom Hanks' son.
Exactly. But that, I don't feel bad for, hot women or millionaires, but fuck, dude, I feel him on that. That's, you're doing all right regardless, but that does have to weigh on the mental. That probably sucks.
Yeah. I mean, even hot women, I feel bad for y'all a little bit.
I don't. Never.
No, it's, but I guess it's the price to pay. Because you got to think about it. Like, when you're hot like that and motherfuckers are hackling you all day. I mean, if you're like.
Yeah, no, I can say that.
That shit could be annoying. Like, oh, what, nigga? What? No, yes, no, it's no. Leave me the fuck alone. You can see why they lie, because niggas are relentless. I see it. You see it in a little small stint of a hot girl coming around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was just that couple of minutes of interacting with her in your presence. Not per se you interacting with her, but just having her around you. Seeing shit. Niggas snapping their head, whistling, cackling. Now, take that a day out in the streets for her. You know what I mean? It's just like.
I remember seeing some of those videos for the, I walk through New York, and the girls would just have somebody videotape them walk through New York, and you'd be like, holy fuck.
Motherfuckers are bad and relentless, and it's like, for the girl that's looking for the compliments all day, she loves it. You know what I mean? The ones that are like, oh, just fill my pot up, please. Just keep telling me about me. You know, there's girls out there that like that, and they're the superficial ones that kind of do that. But there's, you know, there are like some really hot ass women that are like down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just be like, yo, what the fuck, man? No, I have a man and I'm happy, and leave me the fuck alone. You know?
Yeah. What's your man got to do with me?
Right. You know, what you call reminds me of seeing interviews with her. She's actually pretty sharp. Pamela Lee.
I'm so fucking glad you did not say Cardi B.
No.
I was about to be like, oh, well, 99's our last episode. Cool.
Well, that wraps up the show for today. Yeah, we've got another 45 minutes. Like I said, that wraps up the show. No, but Pamela Lee Anderson, I saw her a couple times where, you know, she's not an airhead. Like,
Yeah.
what you would assume, I guess. You know, the blonde, big tits. She's got to be a dummy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she kind of has
broke the
intellect.
mold.
Yeah, she's got some intellect to her, so that's more of a turn on if anything. Like, well, you're hot, and actually you kind of got some sense. That's cool,
Right?
Because a lot of them that are superficial, it's just I'm feeding this, you know, glory beauty bucket, and that's all I want to do.
Glory Beauty Bucket available this holiday season.
Go to GBI Clothing. Go get you a Glory beauty bucket.
Oh my God! Now,
shit.
speaking of with Christmas coming up, have you done any Christmas shopping?
I'm the nigga to say no.
Yeah.
I always do it every year and say I'm going to start putting shit on layaway, start early, and then I do it 2 weeks before Christmas.
Well, this, like we're speaking before we got on the mic, bro, I don't mean to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but something's happening with time, dude, because
It's
holy
moving.
shit.
It's flying, man. It's going, and it was already midway through November.
Yo,
And we just hit
because-
November 1st.
Because in September, we started talking about like, all right, yeah, man, we got to start thinking about Christmas songs to do. Because for people that don't know, we record Christmas songs every year. But that was in September when I was like, yeah, man, we got to start thinking about and writing and blah, blah, blah. And there's like, holy shit, it's 2 weeks into fucking November.
Yeah, so it's going by. I'll be 80 before I know it. If I get there. It's crazy, man. But
I think if I'm conscious when I die, I believe that will probably be my final thought will probably be something like, holy shit, that went quick. You know?
right. That's like a closing. That's like a line that should be used in a movie. Like that's something Deadpool would say.
Yeah. And then fart.
And then
Damn,
fart.
that went quick.
And then fade to black, nigga. Fade to black. But I didn't hit any Christmas stuff yet. You know, I'm gonna try to like get it before December, 21st.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, 21st, 4 days before Christmas, I gotta get everything. Like, that's the worst shit ever. So I'm gonna sparingly grab shit. You know, my daughter's still in the believe stage, so I'm trying. I gotta, even though she did something the other day, I said, "What do you want for Christmas?" "Why do you want to know?" Like, this little bitch, no. And I don't call her a little bitch to her face, only if she get me upset. But no, it's like I think like, well, do you know? Like, she don't understand. Like, maybe she might have the same approach I had because I thought that I knew, and I thought that if I said I knew, I wasn't gonna get shit anymore. So she might do that too. Like, well, if I tell him I know Santa's not real, he's not gonna get me shit.
Yeah. And especially like, I'm sure because the kids these days are so far ahead of everybody else. I'm sure everybody at school, everybody,
They're already telling her.
yeah.
Yeah, she just don't want to believe it. Unless she's just playing the game with me. And like, I'm gonna play with the game with you guys, but I really don't believe. But she's pretty. I know my kid's still young flow.
Young at heart.
Yeah, she's still young. She flows young, so I kind of appreciate that. 10 years old. I don't want to speak about other things, even though she became a young lady not too long ago. It hurt nigga heart.
I mean, you said she flows young.
God, she's gonna get older, and I'm gonna tell her to make sure if you listen to Dad's podcast to skip over 99. just don't listen to 99, baby. Though I got 99 problems and 99 episodes one. Yes. So she came into young ladyhood, man, and I don't think I brought this up. I'm gonna bring it up now, and she's gonna hate me as an adult.
Speak on it.
It's okay. So it was my weekend with my kid. She's at the house with me, and there's another little friend of hers I let hang out with her. She's a couple years younger, whatever. so they're hanging. She was had to use the bathroom. My stomach hurts, Dad. I said, just go. My solution to that always is take a shit. Well, did your stomach hurt?
Have you pooted?
Right. Go take a poop, honey. You'll feel better. I promise you. It works every time. So she was like, we're out. Now went out to the store. She got to go. All right, go to the bathroom at the store. Got back to the house in less than 5 minutes from where the store was. And I got to go again. I'm like, that's weird. Okay, go ahead. Comes out of the bathroom. Dad, I think I got my period. What?
Say what?
What? So now I'm like with the blank fucking face, telling her to calm down and relax when it's me that should be fucking calming down and relaxing.
All right, man.
She's like, Dad, it's okay. Like she's like told cool as fuck because she kind of already knew was talked about and stuff from other, her mom and, my lady and other kids that, she's got her best friend at school had hers. You know what I mean? So, she's 10, man. These kids, she's fucking 10 years old and she had it, man. So now I'm sitting there like,
stop drinking that milk.
Right. So I'm sitting there bugging the fuck out. And like I said, I did what any respectable man would do. I called my mother.
I said, honey, I'm going to get a pack of cigarettes.
I leave her right there with just a bloody mess, and I'm out. Yeah.
And that was the last day I saw my father. He never came back.
I told him, he left me in his apartment. I was in his apartment. He left me there. I told him I had my period, and the nigga bounced.
He never came back.
Never came back. But I called my mother, and was like, Mom, I don't know what the fuck. I just give it to her, right? I don't know how to tell her to put this.
Just give her a roll of paper towels, right, Mom?
She was like, listen, my mother did this. She's like, you don't touch anything. Show her where they are and give her the phone, and I'll talk to her. Oh, thank you, Mom. Here you go. Underneath the sink there. Here.
Right.
It was
take that.
Here's the phone. Underneath the sink. Close the door. Nana got you. All set there. Daddy duty there.
Yep.
So then I'm trying to like.
I'm going to earn that Father of the Year mug.
Now I'm trying to play it cool. Like I know her mother. She's funny. She gave me a hard time. Well, you send her away when she got it. It's like, no, I only did what I felt was normal is to make her feel like it's normal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Instead of making her feel like she's got a fucking disease and we got to quarantine you. You got your period. We got to quarantine you. Got to keep you in here and feed you soup and put fucking...
The bears will smell the menstruation.
We're going to put icy hot on your fucking crotch and it's going to, ice packs on your back. Like, what are we doing right now? Here's pads. It's a part of life. It's a cycle you're going through. Speak to females to get any more elaborate information about it. I just give the basis. It's a part of life. It's a period you go through in life. And when you change over hormonals and, things are happening with your body inside, and I'm not too sure because I'm not a woman. So find one. And
Shed the uterine lining. That's the episode title right there.
Shed it. But
JC has to talk to Blue about it.
Blue, let me just shed your lining, boo. So B, I got it this time. She's shedding it now. Hovey. Oh god, that's a whole skit. Just fucking Father Hove. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, Hovey's home.
Hovey's home. It's a whole fucking thing about Jay-Z at home with his kids, man. Hovey's home. Jay-Z, if you ever get wind of this, man, we just gave you a fucking show for yourself, man. Hovey's home about you and Blue and your whole family, man. Nah, see, like when
you're like you barely. Sometimes you just see Beyonce walk in the background. That's it. Like she's not even on the show. Right. It's just about Jay and Blue.
Jay and Blue. See what happens when I first met your mother was on tour. I was on tour. She had this little gold shimmery thing. It's like, what is going on right now?
Oh my gosh, she's shedding it now.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So but shout out to my lady though, man. I love her to death, man, because she put together a little package, a woman package, and she just happened to get hers like at the same time. So she did the whole, let me relate to you, baby. Come on over here.
That shit ain't an accident. Right. That's the moon and the fucking... This is what happens. The witches and...
There's a pot, there's a brew, there's fucking new eyes and fucking, lizard tongues. But she gave her a whole little, like, this is woman's necessity pack. Keep these on you. Get your little purse. Keep this with you. Keep that with you. You're going to need this. You're going to need that. Keep your fresh pair of underwear when you know it's popping. You know what I mean? Yep. She gave her a whole little kit for her. You know what I mean? Nice. Surviving your period kit. I said, that's a beautiful thing because a nigga like me was just going to be like, you be all right. Like, yeah, look, put that on. You be all right when it's dirty and you got to you're gonna see it when you go to the bathroom. It's gonna be dirty. Throw it away.
That shit's amazing. Yo, bitches get periods every day, B.
Word, like you ain't special. But I did. Do
imagine she comes out the bathroom. Dad, I just got my period. So? What?
And? Damn, that'd be funny. Her face would have dropped. But I did because she wanted to go hang out with a friend and she wanted to spend the night out. Her first night of her period. Yes, she want. So that was the shit like, you let her spend the night out? Like, yeah, it's normal because she was comfortable where she was going. And I asked her numerous times, you sure you good? You good, right?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure you're good. Spend the night. I don't want to get called in the middle of the night.
Right.
You're upset and I got to pick you up. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I don't want that. So you sure you're okay with going? It's people you're comfortable with. The mom knows. You know, she's like an aunt to you. So that was smooth. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I want to send her to somebody else that was just a friend in the family and they're strangers to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's strangers to me, then I'm not sending my kid there. With a period to discuss life things.
That's right. Well, with the first period, yeah.
Right, with the first one at least, right? When she's getting into her flow of things.
Homies home.
Homies up. Blue. When you get into your flow, it's gonna come naturally. I recommend breathing exercises.
Freestyle, B.
Freestyle.
The flow will come natural.
Is she Baby B? She might be Baby B. Baby Blue.
Right.
Baby B. Oh, Hovey's home.
That's fucking
But
funny.
yeah, that was an experience that we and her will share for the rest of her life. She will know that Dad had a freakish look on his face when she first told him.
It happened.
She's like, Dad, I think I got my period.
Dun, dun,
No.
dun.
Right, that was the noise, and all I can repeat. You sure? So you're sure? Like you seen it? Did you like? Was it like drippy?
You need a beer? You good? Did you wanna? What?
Welcome. Here's a bear. Here's condoms. Well, you don't give them out now. Well, fuck
Right.
no. I don't even explain that part. You don't ever want. I don't think it like when they get their first period. You don't want to tell them. Well, this means you can have sex now. Like no.
Not even that. Well, this means that you can technically have a child now.
Right.
Oh.
Oh God. You know what? I thought about like.
You be 30, she'll be 20. It'll be great.
Right. Like I was thinking like. Should I give that whole spiel of like, well, that's a part of a woman's life when that is like that, and they can be pregnant. Now, like, no, I probably don't want to touch that. Like,
Right.
I don't even mention that because then it's like pregnant. Well, how does that? Wait, no. If you stare at a penis, you get pregnant. So that's all you need to know. Don't even look at a boy's crotch. You know what I mean? If you look at a nigga bulge, you're gonna get pregnant. I'm telling you.
The name of this episode has changed a few times.
A few times. Could be the bulge peeper. My daughter, the bulge peeper. It's
That
terrible.
needs to be a movie. My daughter, the bulge peeper.
What does it mean? Oh man, it's like that guy. You ever see that video of a guy that was doing a social experiment? He set up a hidden camera like on his body or something, and it like filmed. He stuffed his crotch, so his fucking shit.
And he was on the train, right?
He was on the train.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had it stuffed, and he was zooming in. And he had the camera zooming in on chicks, and like they were fucking. And you could tell, man. Like girls are like, you know, women they hold themselves to a standard like, oh, I would never lose control over sexual things. And some of them women on that shit was fucking.
Someone was
biting
licking
their
their
lip
lips.
and,
Yeah, yeah.
man, it was crazy. Like, god damn. Who said bitches be like, size don't be matter? When you seen that big ass dick, you got excited.
Right.
You always say size don't matter till you got one in your hand.
What is the name of this episode?
Size doesn't matter. Whoa.
The quotables.
But you think about it, it's like, your girl said, it doesn't matter. Did you get one of the, I want to try this one.
Right?
This is fun.
That's fucking funny.
So, yeah, don't tell your 10-year-old daughter that she can get pregnant in her first period.
No.
Let her figure that out down the line.
Right?
Somebody else could teach that shit.
Well, like I said, man, that's where we learned most of our shit is talking to friends and talking to other,
Right.
siblings or whatever it may be.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, but it's funny though. I don't think I ever asked another boy growing up like, "Hey man, how many pubes you got?" Like,
Definitely not.
I don't remember that. It was kind of an uncomfortable thing to do. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember being so young, and there was always does virgin mean that you had sex or didn't? Remember that one?
oh god, yo, I remember when I didn't know the
Yo,
location.
you're a virgin. No, I'm not. Damn, I don't even know what the fuck that shit means, bro.
Yo, I remember when I didn't have the GPS location on the stink box, nigga. Like, I used to think it was on the top, like on the pelvic top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because the first kind of things I saw visually was softcore, like porn, like Playboy shit or something.
Yes, to where they're not even really, they're really not having sex.
Right, they're just kind of body rubbing, and he's doing the motion, but he's like on top of her. So now I'm thinking like, I know what I got. It protrudes. You know what I mean? From the angle he's on, he's got to go that way. It's got to be in there somewhere. He's putting it in something. I never thought of the curve in.
The underneath, yes.
Oh, he's sliding it in. Right.
Right.
I get it now. I get it. That's just one of those things. But yeah, I don't think I ever talked to my boy. Hey, bro, did you get puberty yet, man? How's your hair's looking?
No.
It's like, you know, mine came along a little later too, man. Shit. Man, because I know the boys usually were like, for our age bracket, it was usually around 13, right? 13, 15 or something like that. Well, you know, they give that 13 to 16 for boys.
Yeah.
Mine was closer to 16. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I can't be out here trying to bang chicks with the bald top.
Banging with the baldy.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on, baby. You can't be like grabbing my shit and like, damn, this shit like a baby bottom. What is going on down here? Like, no, it ain't got time.
Nah, I just shave. I just shave
for immediately penetration. You know what I mean? Nigga, you never had sex before.
Right.
You got that.
True.
You got that. Yeah, so that's life. Your kids are going to have a puberty one day, and you're going to have to deal with that shit if you have kids. If you don't, then good for you. You watch other people suffer with theirs.
Right?
Say, hey, I heard about these things. Good luck, nigga. What do you tell a nigga when you're not in that situation? He tells you, like,
sympathize from afar.
Right. Yeah, good luck with that, man. That's tough.
Right? Damn,
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
all you get.
That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Anyways, you want to go shoot some hoops?
Right?
Oh, man, I tell you. But episode 99, man, you niggas have been great, man. Because at the end of the day, y'all,
it's the beginning of the night.
And puberty is buckets. I don't know. It's all
the beauty bucket.
The beauty bucket of what was it? It's something in there. It's a beauty. It's a bucket. You can rewind it, bring it back if you niggas need to.
Truth.
I'm Young Pastry, nigga. YUNG.
Little Mattress spelled correctly.
This is watermelon versus pumpkin, and we enjoy you niggas.
Only on the WP.
WVP. I love you niggas, man.
Peace.
Shout out to these unsponsored cookies, nigga. Grandmas. Niggas know about them grandma's peanut butter cook.